Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Rahman Beckwith, welcoming you to our final video of this book club on Falling in Love with God by Rahman Beckwith Saidi, which you can get below on Amazon or my website, drrahmanbeckwith.com. So if you've been with us through these weeks, we've gone through this entire book. We are finally at the end. We are feeling the love. Our character has gone on a journey and she has developed. And so today we will be finishing the book and we have some poignant questions and reflection points. So let's get into it. And again, I'm Dr. Rahman Beckwith. I integrate positive psychology and spirituality to create unique approaches to wellness for you. And you can check out my classes, my e-courses, my books, my MP3s, everything on my website, journals, interactive things you can use to fall in love with God, to be your true self, sovereign, aligned, and feeling good. So let's jump into it. Chapter 14, God is madly in love with you. So our character is doing really well. Charity is doing well. And the question to ponder is, how have you been divinely upgraded now that you have been having a relationship with the divine due to your studies, due to your seeking of divine love, just as Charity has done? Do people react differently to you? Have your circumstances changed? Do you simply feel better? So let's read Charity's experience of this. It says, Charity spent the next weeks enjoying the ecstasy that comes from sharing divine love. Her students left her class radiant with inspiration after every lecture. In fact, Charity was notified by her university department head that she was to be promoted and to receive a pay raise and a larger apartment with an even more amazing balcony and view. Such is the way for the beloved ones of the divine. They are often recognized for their greatness upon the earth and treated with the appropriate honors. Even the average person could sense something different about Charity. Her neighbors somehow felt a little bit happier when Charity walked into the building. Strangers who caught a glimpse of her face on the street felt their hearts open for a moment. Charity's every breath and every glance resonated with the truth that divine love was real and that it walked among humanity. So, the question is, how has your life been upgraded by this divine love that you've been pursuing? How are people treating you? How are your circumstances improved? Do you simply feel differently? So that is the first question to reflect upon. The second question is, how do you share love? Meaning, how do you give back? Because part of the fulfillment of this journey is radiating that back. So as we just read, Charity is giving love in her glances, in her teachings to her students, in her smiles to her neighbors. So how do you share love and let the divine flow through you, to you and through you? And one way you can is by not being stingy with your likes. Be generous and like this video, like the videos in this whole series, and that's an easy way for you to be generous and support my channel. And there are many ways you can do that. You can donate, you can buy different products, but you can also just like it. So giving back in any way is part of that flowing of divine love to you and through you. Now, the next question is, how have you been receiving appreciation as Charity does in emails? So for example, she is receiving emails about how good her work is. She's been invited to be interviewed on a show, and people are seeing how much resonance there is with her writings and her teachings. So have you been receiving any appreciation that indicates that the divine is showing you its appreciation that may be coming through others? Okay, so, and we know, if you've read, we know there's a particular email that comes through that catches her attention on divine love, and you have to read the end of the book to find out what's going on. But the fourth question to reflect upon here is, Can you feel confident now, as Charity does, in your human relationships, seeing it all as divine love in action? So, if you've read the beginning, if you've read through the book, you understand this is a pivotal point for our character. It's a pivotal point for so many of us. And understanding that the divine is the underpinning of all is very wonderful as a conclusion to this book. So let's read how Charity experiences. It says, Charity drew in a deep inhalation, breathing divine love into her heart. Nothing on the earth could ever shake her from this stability of divine love again. She would love humans, yes, love them all, and they would love her, but none of them could ever break her spirit again. In the background, playing softly on the radio, Charity heard the lyrics of a song. Embraced by all of existence, I am surrounded by you. Charity smiled. So, that is her conclusion, her confidence in this love being the foundation of her existence, of her reality, of her experiences with others. Divine love is the foundational, the fabric of life and of experience. So that is the final reflection question. So again, if you want to be generous and let that divine energy flow, you can find my book on Amazon. You can leave it a 5-star review, leave comments under the video and feedback, and we will actually talk a little bit more about some of the things that brought us to this point of this book now. So stick around, and also, yeah, basically, if you have made it this far, we are definitely connected. This series is so special, so thank you for being here with me. I know that you're loved and appreciated for that. So, let's get into a little bit more of the aftermath in the story. So the story is over, but how we came here is interesting. Oh, by the way, as usual, if you had answers to anything or comments in the discussion below, please comment. I will read as many as I can. We can have a discussion in this book club. Meanwhile, the stories that came after or before that led to this book, seeing how it all started, let's look at that. Let's think about if we want to have a book club on them. Please let me know if any of these sound interesting. The first one that I wrote prior is also a love story. It's called I Am Rumi, Where Is My Shams? And that is a story. And it's an exciting tale. The character travels to Turkey to answer life's most important questions. Who am I? Why am I here? How can I become all that I've meant to be? So travel with our character Rumi as he visits historic Istanbul, attends a secret whirling dervish retreat in Yalova, learns an ancient meditation technique, falls in love, visits the burial place of his namesake, and more. As you watch the protagonist's life fill with meaning, you too will be inspired. So readers say it's fantastic. Love, spirituality, excitement, delightful tale of self-inquiry and fulfillment. It's a vision quest full of love and wisdom, a catalyst for change and purpose. So that is one of the stories that led up to this story. So check it out on my website, Dr. Rahman Beckwith. If you want to do a book study of that, it's shorter, but it's just as intense and beautiful of a story. So perhaps we could delve into that. Let me know. The next book is Keeping the Saints Sane. The Saints Sane, a humorous guide to surviving as a spiritual being in a material world. So that is one of my earlier books as well, and it is a companion for those on the spiritual path who are discovering themselves and their gifts. It offers reflections in a fun and compassionate tone, validating the unique experiences shared among those who are developing their inner selves. It's a book to tell you that you are not alone. You are unique, appreciated, understood, and valued. And it has empathetic guidance, analysis, and spiritual upliftment for your path. So check that out. The next one, You Are God, a handbook for the divine in each of us, is one of my earliest, actually my first book. It is based on client sessions. It is a book that answers questions in such a concise way, teaching us to be our divine self, explaining how you can do that with basic practical examples and wisdom, teaching you to tap into your divine qualities and essence to solve the mundane problems of life. What a great way to solve those problems, right? By becoming your highest divine self. All right, so the next book, Novice. 40 days of capturing the divine with love poems from a spiritual heart. So this one is my first poetry book. It says basically that poetry can help you to ascend your heart and mind very quickly and easily. And this collection of poems is not to be missed. Actually, my recent books, I'll tell you, was just accepted to a bookstore, the oldest poetry bookstore in the country. So I'll tell you about that in a moment. The Early Morning Princess. It's a children's story, a wisdom tale for young and old. And there's a princess who travels through the kingdom to escape the sleeping curse and learns how to wake up early and reap the benefits of morning meditation. You too may be inspired to do it. So that is a fun short tale. Again, on my website, drrahmanbeckwith.com or Amazon. And that's very short. It's great for kids just to introduce the idea of waking up early to give you that boost. It's also an allegory, so it has sort of hidden undertones there about waking up and how that's good for you, and just teaching that meditative tool of early morning meditation. Now, A Gift of Joy. This one is the one that was recently accepted into the oldest poetry store in the United States. They are selling A Gift of Joy, and this is the 365 Days of Poems, which is a great book for yourself or a gift. It's a great meditative tool, and it is just ecstatic poetry merging the East and the West. My favorite poem is here. I'll read it to you. God, I write lots of poems to you, for you, and about you. When are you going to write a love poem for me? He said, everything is a love poem for you. I love that one. That's in there. There are a lot of spiritually inspired poems of all different types. And so that A Gift of Joy is a great one. We could do a poetry reading club together. Whatever you guys think of, let me know in the comments or message me. Now, my CDs are MP3s now, and they are guided meditations. If you want to learn these techniques that our character has done in the book and that I personally do, they're guided meditations and journeys and healing meditations in the Self-Healing Meditations collection, MP3s that you can download. And of course, there are e-courses, the Build Your Self-Esteem e-course for self-confidence for youth and adults. It's very important to develop self-love. You can cultivate that earlier in life and become happier and healthier. So my e-course on my website offers that, as well as the Think Happy Thoughts e-course, which is for positive thinking. And that one is really important because scientifically we know that positive thinking, positive psychology, these things are really crucial for helping us to have better outcomes. So this course, Think Happy Thoughts, Positive Thinking e-course on my website helps you with that. And so you can check out those and other products. There are a lot of MP3s for meditating, a lot of journals. So we have the Gratitude, Prosperity, and Optimism journal. So there are many little downloadable journals. There are weekly affirmations, meditations, and exercises to enhance your mindset, improve your life, and these are on my website. So all of these downloadable journals are a lot of fun. People love the activities, and you can do them at your own pace and do them over and over again. So again, there's Gratitude, Prosperity, Optimism. There may be more by the time you watch this. So that's all on drrahmanbeckwith.com. And finally, A Book of God's Love by Baba Muhayyadeen and Zikr, The Remembrance of God by Baba Muhayyadeen are inspired this book and my practices, as that is what I learned from. So if you like this series, please do subscribe, stay in touch, check out my Instagram, my Facebook, and just keep in touch, and I will be happy to connect with you. You are so loved, we are so connected, and you are so appreciated. So finally, YouTube thinks they know you. They think they know what you like. They will be suggesting more of my videos. So as they pop up on the screen, feel free to check them out and see if they are just for you. So many blessings. Take care.